Hi everyone, my name's Elaina, the Whimsical Stitcher here on Flosstube. Today is June 15th, 2025, and I'm back. I haven't filmed a Flosstube for about 2.5 months, so sorry about that, but I have lots to show you today, and I hope you enjoy it. And I have some updates with my my shop, so extra, and so yeah, so we'll just jump right into it. I'll show you my projects I've been working on for the past 2.5 months, and then I'll do a shop update, and that's it. So let's get started. So first and foremost, I will insert a video here of my Beauty and the Beast FFO. I did have it framed. I think it was last month, in May, I picked it up and it is hanging on my living room wall. And so I will insert a video of that finish. It is beautiful. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I haven't finished decorating the wall around it because I have some ideas for some side accent pieces, but I'll show that maybe one day when I get that finished. Right now, it's just a picture, but I think it is beautiful on its own. So I hope you like that. So I'll insert that here. And then the next project I have is a staff, a start and a finish. So I started So Stinkin' Cute by Dirty Annie's, and I stitched this little tiny 2 skunks, which I thought was super cute. And here it is. I used, the called for threads are Be Stitch Me Silks, but I used DMC. And the called for fabric was Hot Cocoa from Be Stitch Me. And I don't think I used that. I think I used something else, and I'm not quite sure what I used because I forgot to write it down. So I failed on that part. I need to get better at that. So yeah, so there's my sap. I thought it was so cute. I love it. I love the red roses and just little accent pieces, and the little skunk's tails make a heart, and I thought it was very cute. I loved it. So now I need to finish that, fully finish that. So that was that. And then, so I basically need to show you April whips, the work I did in April, May, and what I've done so far in June. So some of these are going to kind of overlap. So let's see. I worked on, I'll just start what I have in the pile on the top. I worked on my one of my Mirabilias. This is Rapunzel. And I just put in, oh no, that's backwards. Let's see, how does this go? It goes this way. So this is I started at the very top in the center, and then I worked my way down. So the last time you saw it, I had the green stitching in already. I did a little bit more green, but I put in all the pinks, and actually it all looks like pink, but there's actually 3 different colors there. So just a few stitches. But actually, I think that actually took me two sessions because I did it after work, and I don't usually get a lot of time after work to stitch. And so that was that. And I think this is a Under the Sea Fabrics, and I don't know the name off the top of my head. And I can't find my project card that I thought I had. I don't know where that went on that one. And I know I had a project card on that one. So I got a little bit on that one. And I just worked on that here in June. And then my next one is another Mirabilia. It is Lady of Mystery. I've shown it on here a few times before. And She is on a fabric flare, printed fabric. And I was able to stitch in the flowers by her hands. And I was also able to get it down just a little bit farther of her dress and so a little bit more of the flowers. Or the roses. And I love the way she's coming out. She is on 32 count. I do have my project card for this one. She is on Forest Miracle 32 count by Fabric Flare. And I am just using the DMC. I haven't started any of the beading yet. I'll save that to the last. I did a little bit of the back stitching because I couldn't wait to see it. I couldn't wait to see her face. But yeah, I did more of the roses in here, and then I came down here and did a little bit more of the bottom of her dress. I have a long way to go with that dress, but she's coming out beautiful, and I'm very happy with her. So that was that one. And I think I just stitched her in May. Yeah, just May. So let's see. And then my other memorabilia that I was working on was, I lost my cover, but it's my memorabilia Sleeping Beauty. And there she is. I stitched a little bit more down in this section here, filled in a little bit more in here, and this is her bedding, the way the bedding goes, because she'll be up here, but this is her bedding. So I got a little bit more in. I didn't count my stitches, so I'm really not sure exactly where I'm at, but, or how many stitches I got in rather, but, and this is on, oh yes, a commenter told me that Jazz, this is 18 count Jazz, is from Picture This Plus. So I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget. So thank you very much for your comment, because I did not know that. I had purchased this years ago. I started this back in 2020, so long time ago. So I did not realize that. So yeah, thank you. So that's that one. And I worked on, I wanted to work on this one. This is my Owl Forest embroidery, Swan Lake. This one is on my Year of Whips, and I wanted to finish this one this year, and this is what I've been really working towards, but not yet. But this is where I got. I was able to stitch in, the swan, a little bit of water, the water in here, these little pads. I got the dancer here and this lily pad. So this is the end of page 1, the bottom of page 1. So I'm getting there. And this is on Fiberlicious Mermaid Muley 32 count. And I am using the Owl Forest embroidery threads, except for this color up here. I switched it out because it was not showing up very well. So yeah, so I have 3 more pages to go. It's a 4-page project. But yeah, it's coming along. It's actually stitches up very quickly. And I worked on this in April and in June. Stitching up very quickly. I love the floss from Owl Forest embroidery. It's a very nice project to work on. Like, it's very soothing, very relaxing, and because I change colors and go, and I'm like getting through each motif fairly quickly, I do like stitching on it. It really, because I see little things popping out and I'm like, oh, I Okay, next one is the Put a Bird on It by Modern Folk Embroidery, the Stitch Along with Sunshine Stitchers. And let's see, how many stitches did I put in? Since the last time you saw it, I put in about 1,000 stitches. I'm now at 23.02%. Sorry. There. So this is on Silks for You. No, this is on Grace Notes Fabrics, Almond Milk, 18 count Ada. And the blue color is, the blue thread is Silks for You PR012. And then the reddish color is a Weeks Dye Works, and I forget what color I used. I guess it's right here. Let me look. I am using, oh, Lancaster Red. So I was able to stitch and finish this motif here, and then starting this motif here, and I started this motif up here. So yeah, I am at 23.02%, and I have a long way to go. But I have until December. And I was able actually to join one of their Zoom calls. I think it was back in April. Yeah, I think it was back in April. And that was enjoyable. I got to talk with the ladies that were on that Zoom call. So that was nice. I'm hoping to do it again, but I haven't been able. It just doesn't work with my schedule sometimes. You know how that goes. Life. Let's see, what's next? Next, I will show you Sunny Birds by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork by Oleg Guralov. And, okay. All right, so that's where we're at. I was able to put in 900, rough numbers here, 900 stitches. I'm at 0.76%, so I'm still not at 1%. And I primarily just kind of work my way down in here, and that's pretty much it. So I have a long way to go on that one. But it's coming out nicely. Just chip away at it, like Stitching Mommy says, just chip away at it. And that one is on Water Sapphire Lugana, 25 count, 1/1. And then my next one is Blue Rose by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork by Laura Prindle. This one's also on 25 count, 1/1. And I was able to put in 500 stitches. And I primarily, there's a little bit. Oh, that's my thread. There. Okay. I was able, basically I only put in 500 stitches of 550 because I just wanted to, this particular pattern has, I think, 36,000 plus stitches in just 550. So I just said, well, let's get some 550 and stitch as much as I can to kind of fill it in and bring it along a little bit quicker. So I think in one day I was able to put in 500 stitches, and that was just basically filling in right in this area right here. I got to keep chipping away at that 36,000 stitches of 550. So that is it for my whips. That was pretty quick, huh? I didn't get in as much stitching. You would think I would have a ton of stitching over the last 2.5 months, but I didn't get in quite as much as I wanted to, but such is life. So I did make a couple of purchases. Well, actually my primitive needle and punch needle and primitive stitcher magazine came in, and it probably came in like over a month ago. I really love this design, so I will probably be stitching that. And then I made a couple of other purchases. Heaven and Earth Designs was having a sale. And I have loved this chart since it came out. Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Amy Stewart. I love the chart so much that I went to Amy Stewart has, she sells her items like blankets and bags. I even bought a blanket with this picture on it. It was, and I still have it, and I loved it because I figured I'll have the blanket and then I can stitch project. And I never bought it because it was so large. I mean, this is 750 by 536 stitches. It's so large, and I kept telling myself, you don't need another full coverage. You don't need another full coverage. And you know what? She was having a sale, and I love it, and I've always loved it, so I might as well. I don't think I'm going to stitch the whole thing. I think I'm going to maybe cut it off and kind of stitch the middle section, because the parts that I really like are the castle and this dragon here, and this little, I think she's she looks like a queen with a sword, so she's probably fighting with a horse. And then like I said, this dragon here, and then there's just lots of little things that I really like, but I just didn't want to do the whole thing. But anyways, I haven't started yet. I just purchased the pattern, but I like it. And then the other one I purchased was the turret, the meeting on the turret stairs. I have always loved this pattern. It kind of goes in the theme of one of my formal living room, because it goes with that. The other one I stitched, if you've been watching my channel, I finished Amy Stewart, Guinevere and Lancelot, full coverage, and so it's hanging in that room. And then I have some other artwork that's more of that genre or that theme, and so this would go perfect in that room. And I did buy the mini, so it is a little bit smaller. It's 225 by 362, so that would go perfect, kind of like a companion piece with Guinevere and Lancelot. I think that would look really nice. So one day I will start that also. So I have those two, because as I said in my previous video, I want to start 50 projects for turning 50 next year. So, and I was going to do it all next year. So there's a little bit of change of plans on that. And I reserve the right to change my plans, because I feel like every time I voice my plans, I always change them. So my original plan was to do a lot of finishes this year and start 50 next year. But that's a lot of pressure to start 50. I was thinking about it, and it was a lot of pressure to start 50 projects in 1 year. So I thought, well, maybe I should start now. If I start now and start 50 projects, it gives me a year and a half. So there's not quite as much pressure, because, you know, life gets in the way, and sometimes you don't always have time for a start, because, you know, it takes some time to get it. And I really want to be very organized about these starts. I really want to have a project card, have a project bag, you know, have all the floss. And I know I have a master set of floss, but some of these smaller projects, I want to thread each project separately with the floss drops, and I just want to do it correctly. Most of the time I have a start on a whim, and I'm like, I feel like a new start. I grab the pattern, I grab the fabric, here you go, start it, and then I'm sitting here scrambling like I've shown you. I'm like, I don't know where that project card went. And I want to do it very organized and set it up properly and do it the right way. Put it in my book so that I have the pattern with all the pertinent information that goes with that start, because this book that I show you has every single project that I'm working on. So as I finish them, I take it out and I put it in another book that has all my finishes. But this book literally has every single project with and I think I've showed it to you before, like with my notes. So like I did like a picture of an update, and then I have all my notes, and my notes are like chicken scratch, but every time I pick it up to show it to you, or I do a whip parade, I write down the percentage and how many stitches, you know, when I started it, and all the details here, but I also have it on a floss card. So, but I haven't consistently done that. So there's a few projects. I don't know what the name of the fabric is because I didn't write it in my book and I didn't do a project card. So with these new 50 projects I'm going to start, I want to do them right. So my next video, I will show you what I have decided to start or what I started, and I will have them fully kitted properly and with all the proper information so I know what I'm telling you. And I don't have to rely on you know, my thought process, and that doesn't always, that fails me half the time. So I want to do that. So I will be starting a couple of new projects this month. I haven't decided which ones, but I will be doing that. And then next month for July, I was watching Dina Half Stitch Cross Stitch, and she's doing Christmas in July, and I was watching all the ones that she was going to work on, and so that's kind of getting my wheels turning about July and doing Christmas in July. So I'm thinking about that still. I haven't planned that out yet, but I will. So yeah, so I'm gonna do my 50 starting now and get to 50 by the time 2026 ends. So, and that'll be for my 50th birthday next year. Woo! Okay, so shop update. My shop update is basically I have converting over to an Etsy shop. So my Etsy shop will be linked below. There is a sale going on in my Etsy shop for fabrics and patterns through the end of June. And then I also had my first successful sale to Canada. And I say successful because it actually made it there, and that is through my Etsy shop. So I now am able to ship to Canada. I was very hesitant in doing so because I've never done it before, but I have had my first sale. So whoever that was, if you're watching, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I just appreciate you guys watching. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't get that many reviews, but that's okay. I like doing it. I like being here. I like having my Etsy store, and I enjoy it. And I just want to say thank you for watching me. If you want to check out my shop, I'll link it below, and you can follow my shop. And if you see something you like, and it is probably on sale, because mostly everything is on sale there, and the sale will run through the end of the month. So yeah, so follow my shop, and I just say thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me for these last, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes. And I appreciate you. And I enjoy communicating with you on the comments, and maybe follow my Instagram so you can see what I'm working on. So I really need to start posting on Instagram, and I know I have said that on here before because I'm not really good about that either. So I think that is all I have to show you today. Thank you so much for stopping by, and until next time, happy stitching, everyone.